Okay, so this evening we're going to be cooking a crab. Cooking and cleaning a crab. I told you guys I would show you how I do it, and it's taken me a few days, but I got my crab. I went to the Asian store and I got my crab. And this is how they always package it. So I'm just going to slice into this, maybe. Get a little slice going. Alright. So the first thing to understand about cooking a crab is how to handle a crab. And crabs can be fairly feisty. You can see that the crab is on its back, that the back of the crab is right here. You can see the claws. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach into the bag and I'm going to grab the rear of the crab and remove the bag. This is so that the crab cannot pinch me whatsoever, and these guys are mean. I mean, they'll chop off a finger. So anyway, this is how you handle a crab from the back end, and this is so simple. I have a pot of boiling water, and I'm just going to go ahead and drop the crab into the boiling water live. I'm not one for, stabbing behind the brain or anything like that. My brother owns a seafood restaurant in Ocean Shores, Washington. This is where I learned to do this. I've done it a million times. So I'm just going to put the crab in the pot of boiling water, and I'm going to put the lid on it, bring it back up to a boil. But I'm going to watch this because all of the crab juices and it will mix with the water and it will go everywhere. So I'm going to keep my eye on it, and then I'm going to take the lid off once it comes to a boil. Now, I've got my trusty timer, and the crab has to boil for 23 minutes. Start the timer, and in 23 minutes my crab will be completely done. Okay, so it's been 23 minutes and the crab is done. So I'm going to turn off my timer. And then what I'm doing with this crab this evening is I'm making a crab Louis salad. So I'm going to go ahead and take the crab out of the pot. And I need to cool it down in order to clean it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it under some running water. And I'll be back in a little bit to show you how I clean a crab. Okay, so I've had this guy cooling for a little while, and he's certainly cool enough to handle. So I'm going to go ahead, actually I'm going to leave that in there. I'm going to show you how I clean a crab. And the proper way, or the fastest way, is to turn the crab upside down, and you're going to take out, I don't know any of the technical terms, but you're going to take that piece out first. Then there's a little lip right here that will simply allow you to lift the whole top of the crab off. Now, I'm turning on the water, and I'm going to simply grab all of the soft particles in the middle of the crab, and I'm going to take them out. I'm ripping them off, basically. And on this front part of the crab, where the mouth is, I'm going to break that with my thumb. Take these off. And I'm running water because you want to get all of the particles, and I don't know the technical term again, but you want to get all of the residue out from the crab. A little bit of that. And then I'm going to break it in half, very simply. And I'm going to run water over the crab to clean out all of the soft tissue that's not anything that I'm going to eat. And I'm going to do it with both halves. Simply running the water over so that I can clean it out. And I'm running very cold water. And now I have two halves to a crab. Let me just set those aside for a second and rinse off the crab completely. And I now have fresh cooked, wonderful crab for my crab Louis. Okay, as you can see, I've cracked about half of the crab. Well, actually half of the crab. These are the shells. And I have seen this done in like 15 seconds in a food processing plant that my brother owned, where they just shook the crab right out of the shell. And I'm not quite so good at it, so I'm just going to show you how I crack and get all the meat out of the crab. The body of the crab, I simply just pinch and pull. So I'm just going to take all the shell, and I'm going to place it over there, and I take all the meat out. And honest to God, they shook this crab in 15 seconds and the crab was done. Again, I'm not that good at it, but I'm not too shabby. It comes out fairly quickly. When you do the legs, I start with the smallest portion first. It comes with these tendons. So you want to take all the tendons out of the rest of the crab to make it as easy as possible. And I have a little, it's just a plastic set of crab crackers, and you can shake the crab out. You can go for the little tiny pieces with a tiny crab fork. With the claw, you want to start with the claw. Again, the tendons come out, and I don't really care about that piece so much. Not so much. And shake it out. See, you even get the little claw. And just keep cracking and shaking the crab out. And in about 10 total minutes, I have gotten everything that I can out of the crab. One more. Couldn't resist. Too good to be true. Done.